Hello everyone, it's War here, and today we're actually going to take a look at what happened to cost and crit after the changes, and are it still viable, and are it still fun to play, and are it dead. So a lot of you may have seen the patch note that in the last update, the Atlas of World, they changed how trigger skills work, and cost on critical strike, support given, actually now give you more spell damage, which are actually great. That's awesome. And then it is guaranteed to cast a support spell. So that's a good thing. But some other things they changed with cast on critical strike, which are not that great if you want to play a cross and crit build, are they have a half a second cooldown between cast, which means that you can't anymore cover the entire screen that easily with projectiles and spells and AoEs and whatever you have. Also, it can only cast one spell at a time. Before you can have like all of your spells go almost at the same time. So you had like you more spells you cast, you better. But you can't do that anymore. So let's see what's happened when we fighting against some normal enemies. So this is just my baseline map. Yes, some plain map. I haven't any mod on it. This is just a tryout map, pretty low map, just to see if cast and crit are still fun to use. And it's working somewhat, but remember this is just a low level map, so I expecting the enemy to instantly die anyway. But as you can see, if you compare this to the old type of cast and crit, this is very slow casting. And this character used to like fill in the entire screen with projectiles. Well, it is quite slow actually. It is viable like being, but nothing as it used to be. So let's take a look at what gems I am actually using. What gems I'm and what spells I'm casting with. Just gonna so I don't want them to stay here and annoy me. Yes, right now I'm using Spark and Fireball. And I'm using an increased critical strike gem. So let's try out something else just to see what's happening. Let's try out some Ice Spear. And actually, yes, let's just support everything on one spell and see what's happening. So I'm just using increased critical strike damage token. And my crit chance, by the way, are 75%. Actually, I can show that. Crit chance 75%, which are a very high crit chance. But as you can see, there are a cooldown. Even if I crit, my spell will not be casted. And that is because of the cooldown. It makes this run slow, actually. So if you can compare how cast and crit works now with did before, well, it is not as fun, and this is for me, this is personal, but it is not as fun anymore to play cast and crit, if I am honest, when you have these slow casts. Which makes me a little bit sad, but I don't want to call this skill dead, so it's probably someone that can figure out a way to make this amazing. I think so, at least. But for me at least, it's not really fun anymore. The fun thing with cast and crit before was the absurd amount of projectiles you can fire away, and you will just lag the game to pieces, which, well, it wasn't that fun to lag the game, but it was fun to cover the entire screen with projectiles and whatnot. But casting this slow, it's not as fun anymore, if I can be honest. Anyway, I would love to hear what you guys think about cast and crit. Do you think it's still viable? Do you have any idea how to make it more interesting again? Because I don't have. Leave a comment below and tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you think about the video. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and see you guys next time.